We already live.
Oh no, man, dang, this thing, boy, I just was telling my son this thing go live fast. Woo. Thank you, live. We are so grateful for you, YouTube. You are amazing. Neat at
Night.
I got a new thing. Papa's got a brand new bag. Anyway, moving along to the history lesson. So, a lot of things that we talk about amongst ourselves. We're gonna start bringing out here to y'all. So, let's run it down real quick. Let's just keep it moving on this one because this is a marathon. So, I like to talk about my personal experience with history. So I like the big ballers. I like the shot callers. So we're gonna run through a couple of them, at least about three. So let's do Rockefeller first, okay? Rockefeller, for me, people say that he made his money from oil wells, but he actually made his money through the oil refinery system. So pretty much he played the ultimate middleman, and then from there he bought up the oil wells and then moved on to
made
other
his
things.
Own money.
Rockefeller was doing big things. So if you're gonna look up somebody, look at Rockefeller and how he moved throughout, the system and eventually caused them to break up the monopoly system, which we'll talk about that in something
Also,
else.
take the time to look up the term vertical monopoly. Take the time. Go look it up right now. Hey, keep this playing. Go over to Google. Look at it right now. Vertical monopoly.
Simultaneously.
Like
Anyway.
that. Who's number two?
Number two, Andrew Carnegie.
Ooh.
Yes.
What did he invent, Pops?
Well, I don't know what all he invented, but he dang so made a lot of money. I said dang show. Y'all ain't never heard that, folks. Okay, he's like, whoa, man, dang show. What is that? That's from the South. Anyway, he made his money from steel, the steel industry. Okay, so he was making raw steel materials and helped build all these skyscrapers and all that other stuff. So that's how he made his money. But another thing that they always, really boop 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 say that he did when they, talk about Andrew Carnegie is that he gave all of his money. In some cases, they say he gave all his money away to philanthropy. To make a long story short, so looking at Andrew Carnegie and how he moved around and worked his way through the system and made his money.
Word.
Number three. Whoa. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, son.
No, number three.
If it was left up to me,
word.
I hate to even say it. I ain't even want to go there.
You ain't want to do it?
But you got to go and check out your boy, J.P. Morgan.
J.P.
Only
Morgan.
reason I got a bone to pick with J.P. Morgan is because he cut the funds to Tesla's project. Whenever he built that tower in New York, I forget the whole story, but yeah, he was trying to create free energy, and J.P. Morgan cut the funding to that. But in the other, case, he funded a lot of things, and his thing was financing or banking or something like that. He financed a lot of things, financier. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think his father was into the business and taught it to him, something like that. I need to go back and look at it again, but to make a long story short, he was already dealing with money from the start, which is a nice position to be in, and he helped finance a lot of things. Like America was about to go bankrupt, and he worked. I wanted to say he cooked the books, but he went and fixed the books to where he basically bailed us out of going bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken. And then there was another time that the railroad union was having this whole big to do, and they was beefing and fighting and stuff, and he locked everybody into a room until they reached an agreement. So looking at J.P. Morgan, one more other thing too. Ooh. I might as well say this. Well, he financed the Panama Canal. Okay, so boom, there you go. Looking at J.P. Morgan, and his bank is still standing to this day. So definitely check it out and how he moved through the system and what's going on right there. And that is things that you should be talking about with your kids whenever you try to give them a history lesson.
Word.
And you want to talk about money, especially this, that, and the third. Man, go to the roots. Go to the big ballers section. Go back in time and try to figure this out, and then move forward. Apply that old school knowledge with some of these new type terms and technology that we got at our fingertips. Bah! Shots fired. We appreciate you, man. Holla at your boy.